Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. Today's date is April 4th, 1999. We are at opening day. We are at Qualcomm Stadium for the only game that was played on this day between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Inside Pitch. Another exciting baseball season about to begin. Here, this time it is 1999. Here is how the season will go. This is how the season will go. We play one game per 3 days of baseball during the regular season. The 10-minute ticker is done by FastScore, which you'll see at the end of every game. In 1999, there were 6 divisions. We will take the top 2 teams in each division. Must have a winning record, or the playoffs will be modified at the end of the season. The number 6 plays the 5 in a 1 game. The winner there plays the 4 in a 1 game. The division winners automatically go to the division series. We will have the All-Star game in the midway point. In 1999, it was held at Fenway Park. So we will definitely have the All-Star game, of course, in this 1999 season, as we do in all the seasons here of Inside Pitch. Some rules have been changed that I've decided to go with, and I'm going to go ahead and go over the rules a little bit here before we get into tonight's game. It will be a combination of version 3 and version 4 rules, and that is what we're going to have. So, first up, as you guys know, last year I utilized it because Chris Davis changed his S1 and added 2 stars. I discussed it with him. We're going to go back to the original way. So if it is S1 in the parentheses, the pitcher is not tired, it will automatically be a blank. It will no longer be an automatic out. Double play depth is going to be back. We will do a -1 to range plays at double play depth, which is actually a version 3 rule, not a version 4 rule, to simulate double play depth. We are going to use my own runner on third house rule, which, of course, if the runner is on third and we send him to score, if a 6 is rolled, you have a chance to still make the play at the plate or still take the shore out at first, but you lose the -2 with the infield in. Catcher errors. I will now roll, and the D20 will now come into play on P2s and G2s off the ballpark card. It will no longer be an automatic error check. If it's an odd number, I will roll for an error. If it's even numbered, the catcher will make the play with no error check. KW or KHR. I'm still going to utilize the K walk if the pitcher is tired, but I will roll for a walk check. If the walk check doesn't occur, then I will go to a home run check to see if the batter hits a home run off a tired pitcher. There have been, in my opinion, too many line-out double plays. Every time pretty much a line-out is hit, a lot of times it's a double play. I'm going to cool that off a little bit. So from now on, if there's a line-out, I will check the D20 roll. If it's odd, I will roll for a line-out double play chance. If it's even, the line-out will give the 1 base. We will still use the D20 for singles and doubles for the range plays. If a runner on second and a flyout occurs, if the modification automatically brings the base runner's base running rating to 0, even if the fielder arm adds to the rating, the runner still stays at second base. Now, we notice there have been a lot of runners on first going to second on flyouts lately in today's league. This is happening a lot more often now. If a home run check is needed off the ballpark card and is a flyout, I will roll the base running rating of the runner on first plus the arm rating of the fielder who made the catch. If the D6 is less than or equal to the adjusted base running rating, the runner will take second. If not, but only on a home run check off the ballpark card. If a roll is 6, you still get a chance to be thrown out. We will still use the roll if it's a wild pitch and nobody on base, or no wild pitch, it is a blank. P1 to P6, any errors on pop-ups, from pop-up to pitcher to pop-up to anywhere in the infield, if a runner is on first and second, or bases loaded, infield fly rule takes effect. There will be no error check. Batter is automatically out. So those are some of the rules I've decided to change. I'm sorry to go through all those, but in case anybody has any questions, that's what we're going to have to go with. So I thought I would get that out of the way. Brian Patterson, Ben Witz, Kile baseball fan, Jeremy Brooks, Cutter historical, and Joel Turney are first to join us here at Qualcomm Stadium. The Rockies historically won this game 8-2. They had 18 hits and no errors. The Padres had 6 hits and no errors. But it is opening day once again as we get ready for the 1999 season. And this is the first 90s season we have done a full replay on. The 1994 restart, which was payoff pitch, does not count in that regard. This is the first 90s season we are doing. This was during the steroid era. We're probably going to have a lot of home runs this season, so we will see what happens. So I'm glad everyone is here to join us. It is opening day for Inside Pitch Baseball once again. And of course, this regular season usually lasts 2.5 months. Postseason usually begins in the third and halfway through the third month. And then, of course, we do our regular postseason with the selection show that, of course, will include which will give us the next season that will start on January 5th in 2026. I'm going to go back to the original way I did the selection show, just in case, just to let you guys know. But I'm glad all you guys are here tonight. It is time for some baseball. It is opening day tonight. Rockies and the Padres. So I suggest we go ahead and get things started. Starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres tonight is Andy Ashby. 14 wins, 10 losses, a 3.80 ERA, and 132 strikeouts and 50 walks in 99. He got the opening day call here for the Padres. We're going to use orange, white, and blue dice, even though the colors here really is kind of peach. I don't have peach-colored dice, but we'll use orange. It's a citrus color, and that will be, and San Diego is the home team. Qualcomm Stadium adds to the strikeouts and no other adjustments today. So if everybody is set and ready to go, enough talk. It is time for baseball. A lot of you guys have been waiting for this season to begin. 2.5 months go by pretty quick. It is here. It is time to play baseball. Let's go to the top of the first. Oh yeah, by the way, Ghost Runners will be in a, since now I starting games at 8 o'clock due to the later schedule I now work. And I really can't have very long extra inning games going into school nights. Ghost Runners begin in the 11th inning in case of a tie. Let's get things started. Leading off for the Rockies, center fielder Darryl Hamilton. And he had a great year. 315 average, 9 homers, 45 RBIs, and 99. Using, once again, orange, white, and blue dice. Padres are the home team. Fans are ready. Not an empty seat anywhere at Qualcomm. What can happen here as we start the 99 season? Is everybody ready to go? Opening day is here. Inside pitch is here. The 1999 season begins now. Ashby, 2-2, strikeout 2. And against the right, that's a 4. He got him. He'll strike him out. First strikeout for Ashby. Qualcomm Stadium does add 2 to strikeouts. Ashby had 132 strikeouts in 99. Next batter will be the shortstop, Nephi Perez, 280 average, 12 homers, 70 RBIs in 99. Ashby will pitch. 1-3, that is a blank. Perez, 1-4, that's a line drive right back to Ashby, and he's going to make that catch, and that's out number 2. 2 men away, and that will bring up the right fielder, Lenny Harris, 310 average, a homer and 20 RBIs in 99. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium as Kevin Hayes. Yes, it is Nephi. It's Nephi Perez. Ashby will pitch. And 1-1, strikeout 8. That will miss. Harris, a 1-5, and that is going to be a ground ball to first base. That'll be handled by Wally Joyner. He will take it to the bag himself and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Colorado Rockies in this game is Darryl Kile. He had a rough year. 8 wins, 13 losses, a 6.61 ERA. At 116 strikeouts and 104 walks in 99. Let's see what the Padres do here in the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Friars, second baseman Kile Veras, 280 average, 6 homers, 41 RBIs in 99. Kyle will go ahead and pitch. 1-1, that is a blank. Veras, 4-6, and it's a base hit. He'll hit one right past second base, and Veras leads off with a single. Next batter is the left fielder, Reggie Sanders. Had a good year, 285 average, 26 bombs, 72 RBIs in 99. Veras had 30 steals, and that is a 3, and he gets the steal sign. 13 plus 1 is 14. Rockies catcher Manwaring a +2, a 1-16. Veras will steal, and he does. Veras will go ahead and steal second base, and that is our first stolen base of the season. Takes away the double play. Veras is now on at second, and he will stay there. Doug Hunt and Davonine GLA joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium. Kile will go ahead and pitch. 2-5. That is a strikeout. 8 got him. He'll go ahead and get Sanders. First strikeout for Kile. 1 out. 1 out, and that will bring up the right fielder, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest of all time, and in my opinion, the best hitter I ever saw, Mr. Tony Gwynn. 338 average, 10 bombs, 62 RBIs. Tony Gwynn. I don't know what much you can say about this guy. It was in his later years, of course, but Tony Gwynn only batted under 300 one season out of his entire life, and that was his first, and that was still a 285 average. Best hit. I don't think anybody will have a problem if I say Tony Gwynn was the best hitter I ever saw. Veras on at second, and he will stay put. Kile will pitch. Kile, 6'4", strikeout. You're not striking out Gwynn. Gwynn, 5'5", and Gwynn smacks one into right field, and that'll be a double to right. Veras will come around. He will score. Gwynn holds at second base, and just like that, the Padres take a quick 1-0 lead. As Gwynn gets the first RBI of this 99 season, an RBI double. Gwynn on at second, and that will bring up the first baseman in his later years, Wally Joyner, 248 average, 5 homers, 43 RBIs. A lot of people thought Wally Joyner was going to be really the next big thing. Just too many injuries. Although, but not a bad year in 99. Gwynn really not a threat to do anything at second. He'll stay put. Kile, 2-3, range play. Joyner, 6'1". That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Nefi Perez. His range, the infield is back. His range is a 3. He's going to get it. Nice play by Perez. He'll throw to first to get the out. And Gwynn is going to stay put. So a ground out to short, but Gwynn stays at second base. 2 men down. And after further review with Steve Tower joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium. And yes, Gwynn owned Greg Maddux. Yes, he did. Greg Maddux, if he faced Tony Gwynn every batter of his life, Greg Maddux would be a nobody. Here's the catcher, Greg Myers, 265 average, 5 homers, 24 RBIs. 2 outs, Gwynn still on at second, and he will stay put. Kile, 2-4, that's at the park. Qualcomm, 3-2, and that's a grounder to first base. That'll be handled by some bum named Helton. He's going to take it to the bag himself and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, a stolen base. Gwynn gets the first RBI of the 1999 season. It's 1-0 after 1 in favor of the Friars. We go to the top of the second. Ashby back on the mound. Leading off for the Rockies will be the left fielder, Dante Bichette. 298 average, 34 homers, 133 RBIs. Dante Bichette, to me, was one heck of a player. And you know you're getting old when you're watching the sons of players you used to watch back in the day. Because we have Bo Bichette, of course, and right now in the majors. You know you're getting old when you're seeing the sons of players you used to watch. I'm so old. Ashby will pitch to Bichette. Ashby, 2-5, strikeout. Nope, that'll miss. Bichette, 5-3, and he lines one right back to Ashby. He's going to glove it for out number 1. That'll bring up the third baseman, Vinny Castilla. This guy was a beast. 275 average, 33 homers, 102 RBIs. This guy was just Vinny Castilla, heck of a player. Ashby will go ahead and pitch. Ashby, 2-6, walk plus 10. That'll be a walk easy, and Castilla will trot to first. First walk given up by Ashby. And that will bring up the first baseman, Hall of Famer, Todd Helton. Yeah, absolutely. One of the best. This guy also blasted baseballs to Mars. 320 average, 35 bombs, 113 RBIs. No doubt in my mind that man's a Hall of Famer. No doubt. Castilla had 2 steals. Infield is at double play depth. And he is going to stay put. Helton gets the hidden run, but not with a 16 home run. He's belting it. Ashby will go ahead and pitch. Ashby, 5-5, error on a throw. Helton, 4-6, and that's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Veras. Veras' error rating is a 6. That's an 18. He will not make an error. Now, the question is where did the ball go to? So 2-2-3. Shortstop pivot is Gomez as a 0. A 1-3, this would be a double play possible. That is a 1. Now, we got to roll for error on a throw on Gomez. His error rating is a 10. That's an 8. He's going to make a bad throw to first, so they're only going to get the 1 out. So Castilla's out at second. Helton will take first. That's going to be a bad throw to first base on an error on a throw. And question is, and if I'm correct on that, it's an ET, error on a throw. And we haven't played the game in a while, so it was a G, so 6. Check against the range. It's an error on a throw, so we still got to see if Joyner gets it. So Joyner's range is a 4. He prevents the ball from getting past him, but Helton is going to be safe. 2 outs. I am still, even though we usually don't give an error for that, I'm going to call it. So that's going to be and I'm going to give that an E4 on the error. So that'll be the first error on the Padres, even though they probably can't. I know you can't assume a double play, but I'm giving an error. So Helton will go ahead. He'll be safe at first. He will not go on to second, but there are now 2 outs. And now we'll see the second baseman, Mike Lansing. 310 average, 4 homers, 15 RBIs. Sounds good, but he only played in 35 games for the Rockies that year. Strategy roll for Helton, and he's going to stay put. Ashby, 5-2, possible error. Lansing, 6-6, and that's not an error. It's actually a possible error. My bad. That's an infield single. Let's see, we've got it here. That's a possible error, 9. That's an infield single. That is an infield single with a possible error on the throw. And that is to second base. That is Veras. Veras' error rating is a 6. That's an 8. That's going to be an infield single. The runners will only advance 1 base. There's not going to be an error. So that is going to be an infield single for Lansing as Veras decides to hold on to it. And now we'll see the catcher, Kurt Manwaring, another great baseball name. 299 average, 2 homers, 14 RBIs in 99. Helton on at second, Lansing on at first. Strategy, nothing happening. Ashby, 5-6. Against the righty, that's going to be an automatic out. And it will be a ground ball to first base handled by Joyner. He's going to take it to the bag himself and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and a walk. And the Rockies strand a couple will go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Padres, third baseman George Arias, 244 average, 7 homers, 20 RBIs in 99. Kile will pitch. Kile, 5-3, strikeout, got him. Easily gets him, and that is the second strikeout for Darryl. Kile, 1 down. Here's the center fielder, Ruben Rivera, 195 average, though, 23 bombs, 48 RBIs. Kile will pitch. Kile 3-6. That is a blank. He's not tired. Rivera 6-6, and it's a ground out to short. Handled there by Perez. They'll throw it over to first for out number 2. We are no longer using the S1 in parentheses, an automatic out, as I had a very nice discussion with Chris Davis on it. And he says, the other 67 seasons are that way. And I said, you know what? You're right. So we're going to go back to the original way. That'll bring up the shortstop, Chris Gomez. 252 average, a homer, 15 RBIs in 99. Kile, 4-6, range play at the park. Qualcomm, 2-5. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Perez. His range is a 3. That's a 2. Perez will go ahead and get that, take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Padres. Still 1-0 in favor of the Friars after 2. Glad everybody here has joined me for opening day 1999. Another 3.5 months of doing this. Another 3.5 months of me doing this crazy stuff. And, of course, another 3.5 months of you guys watching me do this crazy stuff. Come on, guys. Go get a life. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Rockies will be the pitcher, Darryl Kile. Batted 135 in 99. He had 4 RBIs. 1-0 Padres, top of the third. Ashby, 4-6. Range play at the park. Qualcomm, 5-3. That's a single plus to left field. Kile, it's going to left field. That is Sanders. Reggie Sanders was excellent. His range is a 5. That is a 5. He'll make the catch on the run, and that takes away a single away from Kile. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Well, fly out to left field is Reggie Sanders with that range out there, and he's going to make the first out of the inning. Thank you there, Ben Witz. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton is 0 for 1. Ashby will go ahead and I'm shocked he didn't corner around the 1999 season. One person would have. Yeah, I know. I don't do that. Ashby with the pitch. 3-5. That's a blank. Hamilton, 4-1. And that's powered into center field. That's a 12 against the righty. Hamilton's going to have a double. So Hamilton will get his first hit of the season. And that will be a double for Hamilton. And he will hold at second base. So Hamilton on its second will bring up Perez. Perez is 0 for 1. 1 out. Infield is back. Hamilton, he will stay put. Ashby will go ahead and pitch. Ashby, 1-5. Home run chance. Switch against the righty. He'll hit from the left. Switch left. 1-7. 18 is too high. Perez, 4-2. And he hits a deep fly ball to right field. And going after that is Gwynn. He's going to make the catch for out number 2. Hamilton, base runner rating 3. Hit the right 0. Right fielder Gwynn a 0. A 1-3. Hamilton will still take third. And he will. Deep enough for Hamilton to get to third base. 2 down. And the next batter is Harris. Infield is back. Harris is 0 for 1. Ashby will go ahead and pitch. Ashby, 5-3, error on a grounder. Harris, 5-1. Nope, that's a power hit line drive right to short. Pow! Right into Gomez's glove, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Rockies. Will go to the bottom of the third. Kile back on the mound. Let's see. Kile can pitch to 12 pitchers, can actually pitch to 28 batters before fatigue. Leading off for the Padres will be the pitcher, Andy Ashby. He had a 129 average and 2 RBIs in 99. Kile, 3-2. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Ashby, 1-2, and he grounds it to short. Easy play for Perez. Third straight ground out to the shortstop in this game. 1 down. Here's Veras. Veras got a single and scored his first time up, and a stolen base. Kile, 1-6. Home run chance. Against the switch left, he needs a 1. The 9 is too high. Not happening. Veras, 5-3, and he just grounds it right to first. Easily picked up there by Helton, 2 down. And now the batter is Sanders. Sanders is 0 for 1. I know about rounding corners. I just don't have time to do that. It takes enough, guys, it takes enough time to go ahead and pull apart these cards, these perforated cards. It takes 2 hours to do a season. At least the newer ones. The earlier ones, not as long. Kile, I'm not going to round corners, too. 6-4, strikeout. 17 is high. Sanders, 3-2, and he popped one up into the infield. And second baseman Lansing's going to get that. And he'll make the catch and retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Friars. Still 1-0 after 3. 10 runs were scored historically in this game. We only got 1. As we now go to the top of the 4th. Ashby back on the mound. Leading off for the Rockies is Dante Bichette, and he's 0 for 1. A lot of these names bring back some memories, too, from the 90s. Ashby, 2-3, blank. Bichette, 3-2, base hit. Hits one right past third, and Bichette has his first hit of the season. That'll bring up Castilla. Castilla walked his first time up. Infield double play. Bichette had 6 steals that year. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium. And Bichette's not going anywhere. Ashby, 6-2, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the second strikeout for Ashby. 1 down. That'll bring up Helton. Helton reached on an error his first time up. Bichette on it first. Strategy roll. Stays put. Ashby, 1-4. Against the lefty. It's blank. Helton, 4-3. And a hard hit line out right to short. That is going to be out number 2. And I'm using my new rule. That is an odd number. I will check for a double play. Bichette is on first. He's only doubled off on a 1. And he gets back, 2 down. So we'll line out to short, 2 away. That's a new rule I'm using for lineouts. I think there's just too many line-out double plays. So, because that really doesn't happen that often. So now 2 outs, and now the batter is Lansing. Lansing got a single his first time up. Bichette on at first, and he will stay put. Actually gets the steal sign, but he ain't going nowhere. Ashby, 1-2, strikeout, 14 will be high. Lansing, 5-5, and that is going to be a ground out to short, taken there by Gomez. Gomez will take his time. He'll toss it to second to get Bichette, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Rockies. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Tabby is a full-time job. I do believe, well, actually, yes. You're right there. Working for Tabby is a full-time job. You're absolutely right. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium for opening day. Leading off for the Friars will be Mr. Tony Gwynn. Don't need to say much about him. He got a double his first time up. All Tony Gwynn does is get hits. Pitch from Kile. 4-5. That's a pitcher result. Lefty 1-8's an automatic out, and that is going to be an automatic out. And it will be a fly to center field. Hamilton will get to that, and that is out number 1. Next up is Joyner. Joyner's 0 for 1. You know, you should always thank Tabby for letting you do streams there, Dave. Remember, Tabby is the boss. Kile, 1-2. That is a blank. Joyner, 2-5. And that's a hard line drive right to first. That's gloved by Helton for out number 2. A lot of hard hit balls tonight for opening day here. Here's Myers. Myers is 0 for 1. Kile will deal. Kile, 2-6. Hit by pitch. 18 is a no. Myers, 1-2, and he grounds 1 to first, and Helton will get that one as well. He's going to take it himself and retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Padres. Still 1-0 after 4. Got a pitcher's duel here on opening night. Opening day here. Combined ERAs of these two pitchers is 10.4. And yet only one run has been scored. Then again, the game is at Qualcomm Stadium, not Coors Field. DB joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium. We go to the top of the fifth. And leading off for the Rockies is Kurt. What is that man wearing? And he is 0 for 1. Ashby will go ahead and pitch. Ashby, 4-1, walk plus 10. That's ball 4. And he will walk man wearing. So a walk. That is the first walk given up by Ashby. Next batter is Kile. Probably see the bunt. Corners are in. And let's see what the strategy roll is. And that is a 4. And normally the pitcher would not get a bunt rating, but I'm going to go ahead and I call automatic bunts for pitchers. So Kyle's going to go ahead and bunt. So we'll go ahead and bring out the bunt chart here. So I know it right here. So bunt is on. Ashby, 3-1. Range play. All right. So we have a range play bunt coming up. So the bunt is bunted right to the pitcher. That goes to Ashby. I'm going to roll it. We'll go ahead and we're going to roll his range first. His range is now at a bunt. When you do a range on a bunt, you add 2 to the bunt. And I know baseball demos has to realize that. When you roll for a roll on a bunt and a range play, you got to go to this right here. Okay, the pitcher, no change on a range play. But if the runners are in, okay, you add 2. There's no change on a pitcher, so you always got to make sure of that. His range is a 4, and he's got it. Now that he's got it, let's see, of course, what happens. And Kyle's bunt rating is a 5. Hit to the pitcher becomes a 4. That's an 18, and he's going to be a good play by Ashby. He's going to turn around and get the lead runner. Manwaring is out. Good play there by Ashby, who makes the play, turns around, fires to second to get Manwaring. Kile is safe, so that will go as a fielder's choice, 1 down. So infield goes back to double play depth. Now the batter is Hamilton with a runner on first. Kile not really a threat to do anything, and he's going to be happy right where he is. Ashby with the pitch. Ashby, 4-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Hamilton, 2-6, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to second. 1-1-2. Shortstop pivot. Gomez is 0, a 1-2. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. And the Rockies are being kept quiet so far. Nothing across except the walk. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Combined ERA of these two pitchers, 10.4. We only got 1 run scored. How about that? We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Padres will be George Arias, and he's 0 for 1. Kile will go ahead and deal. Kile, 3-5. That is a blank. Arias, 4-3, and that's fly to center field. Hamilton will get to that. And that is out number 1. Next up is Rivera. Rivera's 0 for 1. Kile will go ahead and will play. XSG2 joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium. Kile, 2-4. That's at the park. Qualcomm, 5-3. And that's a single plus to left field. That's hit deep to left. Rivera turns around first. He's got to try for second. Rivera's base running rating is a 4. Dante Bichette for the Rockies has a 0 arm. A 1-4. Rivera takes second, and he will easily. And actually, there's not even a throw. So Rivera got a great jump, and he's going to wind up at second, and that is going to be a double. So turned on the Jets by Rivera there. Qualcomm pretty at deep some areas there. Next batter is Gomez. Gomez is 0 for 1. Don't worry, everybody. Early in the season, every team gets seen at least twice before I do playoff cuts. So every team gets seen at least twice. And, of course, some teams are going to get seen more than often, more than that, just so I can get every team on the board. Kile will pitch to Gomez, but Rivera, strategy roll, he'll stay put. Kile, 1-6. Home run chance. Righty, 1-19 to 15 is good. And against the righty, though, Gomez has a 2. The only way this leaves the yard is on a 2. And, well, when you got a 10% chance to go ahead and when you got a 10% chance to go ahead and hit a home run, well, I guess it's just how D20s go. As we just got our first home run of the 99 season by the most unlikeliest person, Chris Gomez. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Chris Gomez. Stadium cheers. Yay! Chris Gomez only had 1 home run in the 99 season, needed a 2 and he got a 1. And Gomez gets his home run here in opening day, and the Padres now have a 3-0 lead. Midlife Crisis joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium. That'll bring up the pitcher, Ashby. Ashby is 0 for 1, still 1 out, bottom of the 5th. But the Padres a 3-0 lead here. Kile will pitch. 2-2, walk plus 10, and he walked Ashby. So Kile now, after giving up the home run to Gomez, he now walks Ashby. And that is only the first walk given up by Kile. And they're going to go talk to him on the mound for a minute as Ashby draws the walk. And Ashby says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Infield will go to double play depth. Ashby not really a threat to do anything. He'll stay put. Strategy. Nothing on the 5, of course. Kile does have a balk rating. That's why we're still rolling that. Kile, 1-4. Walk plus 10, and he walks Varys. So now Kyle is definitely getting a little shook up there. Another walk given up by Kyle, his second of the game. And now here's Sanders. Sanders is 0 for 2. Infield still at double play depth. 3-0 Padres, bottom of the 5th. Strategy again. Nothing happening. Ashby stays put. Kyle will pitch. Kyle, a 3-3. That's at the park. Qualcomm, 2-6, and it's a base hit to right field. Single to right. Ashby, base runner 2. A single to right would be a second home, a 0. A 1-2, Ashby will score, and he won't. He'll hold it third. So Sanders gets a base hit and moves the runners over one station to station. And the next batter will be Tony Gwynn. Barbara joins us here. The lovely Barbara here at Qualcomm Stadium. Gwynn is 1 for 2 with a double. Gwynn had 10 home runs in 99. Never known really for power in his career, but he could hit the ball out if he got it, if he got a hold of it. Bases loaded. Kyle will pitch to Gwynn. Infield is going to play in as the Rockies down 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Here at opening day here at Qualcomm Stadium. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 14. Kyle will pitch to Gwynn. Kyle, 6-4, strikeout 3, and got him! Called strike 3 on Gwynn, and Gwynn can't believe it. 1 + 2 is 3. That is a 3, and he goes down, and Gwynn is not happy with the call. Big strikeout by Kyle, and that is his third, as he actually gets Gwynn to strike out. Something that is not easily done. So now 2 outs, and now the batter is Joyner. Joyner's 0 for 2. Base is still loaded here. Rockies down 3-0 to the Padres. Strategy roll, nothing on the 12. Kyle will pitch. Kyle, 1-1. It's a blank. Joyner, 2-2. And it's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Perez. He's got it. He's going to throw to first to get Joyner. And the inning is over, but the Padres get runs. 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. A 2-run bomb by Chris Gomez, of all people. It's 3-0 after 5. Gwynn striking out. That should make Gwynn striking out should make national headlines. How good was Gwynn at not striking out in his career? He had out of all the plate appearances he had, he only struck out 5% of the time. That is a redunculous stat. We go to the top of the sixth, and leading off for the Rockies will be Nefi Perez, and he's 0 for 2. So right now a 3-0 lead by the Padres. Ashby, 6-2, strikeout 9. That will miss. Perez, 4-1, and he gets a base hit. He'll hit one into right field. Single to right for Perez. Batter now is Harris. Harris is 0 for 2. Infield double play. Perez at 13 steals, and he is not going anywhere. Harris gets the bunt sign, but he's not going to bunt. You're down by 3 runs. You're swinging away. Plus, Harris hits at a 3-10 clip. Ashby will pitch. Ashby, 2-3 at the blank. Harris, 2-5, and that is a grounder to short. 2-2-3. Second base, pivot Veras, a 0, a 1-3. It's a double play. They got it. 2 outs. Harris grounds out into the 6-4-3. That kills a rally. And that is the second double play the Rockies have hit into. Next batter is Bichette, and he's 1 for 2. Ashby will go ahead and deal. Ashby, 1-4 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. That's a 14. That's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. And the inning is over. Strikeout number 3 for Ashby. No runs and a hit for the Rockies. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Rockies had 8 runs on 18 hits historically. And right now, Andy Ashby is pitching like Randy Jackson. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Kile back on the mound. Still has a little bit left in the tank. And it will be Greg Myers leading off for the Friars. He's 0 for 2. 3-0 Padres, bottom of the 6th. Opening day of the 1999 season. Kile, 4-2, strikeout. Got him. They'll go ahead and get Myers, and that is strikeout number 4 for Kile. He had 116 of them in 99. Here's Arias. Arias is 0 for 2. Randy Johnson. I thought it was Randy. That other I thought it was Randy Johnson. That's right. Kile. 1-3, strikeout 3. Got him. He gets Arias. Strikeout number 5 for Kile. 2 down. And now Rivera. Rivera's 1 for 2 with a double. Kile will go ahead and pitch. Kile, 2-6, hit by pitch. Yeah, he hit him. Plunk, ouch. He does hit Rivera. He'll trot to first on a hit batter. I do use the hit batter rule, but that brawl that's on the rare play will only occur if there's been at least 2 batters hit. So Rivera goes to first on that. Now here's Gomez, and he gets an ovation here at Qualcomm Stadium for the home run. He's 1 for 2, hit a 2-run bomb. Well, not Randy Johnson, XSG2. No, not Randy Johnson, okay, of Arizona, because Randy Johnson's a lefty. Okay, Ashby's a righty. I'm not Randy Jones. That's what I meant, right? Randy Jones. Thank you, Sebastiano Valvo. Yes, Randy Jones is what I meant. Thank you. Randy Jones, yes. Because we're talking about a Padre hitter, a Padre pitcher. Rivera had 18 steals, and he gets the steal sign. Why not? 14 plus 1 is 15. Manwaring plus 2 is a 17. A 1-17, he is safe. And he is. And he doesn't even throw. On a 3, he doesn't even throw. So Rivera will take second base on a steal. Second stolen base for the Padres in the game. And now they'll re-roll the strat, and he will stay at second. Kile will pitch to Gomez. Kile, 1-3, strikeout. 15 will just miss. Gomez, 4-4, and that is a ground ball to third. Easily handled there by Castilla. He's got it. Throws to first, and that will end the inning. Nothing across except a stolen base and a hit batter. Still 3-0 Padres after 3. That was right after 6. Randy Jones. That's what I meant. Thank you. Don't get old, people. It's the worst thing you can do to yourself. We go to the top of the 7th. Leading off for the Rockies will be Vinny Castilla. He was a beast. He's 0 for 1, though, with a walk tonight. Ashby will go ahead and pitch. Ashby, 4-5, and against the righty, that is an automatic out, and it will be a grounder to second base. Handled easily by Veras, and Veras will throw to first, 1 out. That'll bring up Helton, another beast. They still say they're looking for baseballs hit by Todd Helton from that time. They're still in orbit somewhere. Helton is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Ashby, 5-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Helton, 6-4, and that is a grounder to third. Handled easily by Arias, and he will throw to first for out number 2. And now Lansing. Lansing is 1 for 2 with a single. Ashby will pitch. Ashby, 4-1. Walk plus 10, and that 11 will be a ball 4. So Ashby will go ahead and walk Lansing. That is the second walk given up by Ashby. It'll bring up Manwaring. Manwaring is 0 for 1 with a walk. And Lansing had 2 steals. Will still roll for the strat, and he ain't going no place. Ashby will pitch. Ashby, 2-3. It's a blank. Manwaring, 6-3. And that is a ground ball to first base. Easy play by Joyner. He will take it to the bag himself and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. And right now, Andy Ashby is owning the Rockies in a game where the Rockies actually had 18 hits. We are at our first 7th inning stretch of the 99 season. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have the return of 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night, and it will be April 7th. And we're going to Kauffman Stadium as we'll take a game from the American League. It will be the Boston Red Sox taking on the Kansas City Royals. Brett Saberhagen will be going for the Red Sox, and Jose Rosado will be going for the Royals. That'll be tomorrow night's game here on the network as we move into April. So as we move here in early April. So April 7th, the Red Sox and the Royals, Saberhagen against Rosado. That will be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on Inside Pitch. Don't worry, you'll get to see Pedro. Don't worry, I'm going to try to get all the main pitchers in there. Just relax. Got a lot of games to go. We go to the bottom of the 7th here. Padres lead 3-0. And Andy Ashby due to lead off. And this is the 90s. He's pitching a gem here. He will be tired, though, after 2 batters. I think that's it for Ashby. Padres are going to go to the bullpen, are going to go to the bench. Ashby did his job. So we'll see a pinch hitter for the Padres against Kile. And coming on to bat for the Padres will be Dave Magadan, 274 average, 2 homers, 30 RBI. So Ashby leaves with the W. Dave Magadan, ex-Met, by the way. And a lot of people felt he really was going to be something else. And I always felt Dave Magadan was a solid player. I have no problem with Magadan. I felt he was solid. Had a decent year in 99. 274 average, 2 homers, 30 RBI. So he'll go up against Kile here in the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 Padres. Kile, 6-3, strikeout, 20 is high. Magadan, 4-6, and that's a ground out to short. That'll be handled by Perez. And Perez will toss it over for out number 1. Next batter is Veras. Veras is 1 for 2, singled and walked and scored. Kile will pitch. Kile, 6-1, range play. Veras, 2-1, that's a grounder to short. Nefi Perez's range is a 3. Nope, that's going to get by him. It'll be a base hit. Veras gets his second hit of the game. And now Kile is tired. And the batter now is Sanders. And they're going to let's see if Kile due to lead off the 8th inning. They're going to see if he can get out of this. Infield is at double play depth. Veras on it first. Strategy roll for Veras. He's not going anywhere. Kile will pitch. Kile, 2-6. Hit by pitch. No, 13 is high. Sanders, 3-4. And that is a fly ball to right field. Going over there is Harris. He's going to make the catch for out number 2. Veras, of course, stays at first base, 2 down. As Vida Productions joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium. It was Jack Murphy. They renamed it to Qualcomm. The 90s really was the first year that they really started using company names for stadiums. Really, the 90s was really the first year they started using that. The 90s was kind of like the 90s really started the advertising names for stadiums now. The 90s really was first, pretty much. Selling the naming rights, exactly. Veras on at first, and Gwynn is the batter. Gwynn is 1 for 3 with a double. Infield is back. Veras, and he is going to stay put. Kile will pitch. Kile, 4-1 against the lefty. Home run result against the righty. Gwynn needs a 5, and he just missed it. That's a 6. 5-1, and that is going to be a ground ball to short, handled there by Perez. He's going to throw to first to get Gwynn, and the inning is over. Gwynn just missed it. No runs and a hit for the Padres. After 7, it's still 3-0 in favor of the Friars. We go to the top of the 8th. Rapidly moving ball game, 52 minutes into the stream. Padres need a pitcher, and let's see who they're going to go with here. So Padres need a pitcher, and they're going to have a switch hitter and then a lefty. So we'll see who the Padres want to bring on to pitch. And they're going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Padres is going to be Carlos Reyes. 2 wins, 4 losses, save. A 3.72 ERA. Reyes is going to go ahead and be pretty much the setup. Of course, some bum named Hoffman is in the bullpen. So Carlos Reyes, and he can pitch to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can pitch to 5. That's it for Darryl Kile. He will come out. Rockies will go to the bench. Now let's see who the Rockies are going to bring out. And coming on to pinch hit for the Rockies is going to be Jeff Reed. Jeff Reed will be on the Chicago Cubs later in 1999. He is on the Padres today. 258 average, 3 homers, 28 RBIs. So Jeff Reed will pinch hit against Reyes here in the top of the 8th. 3-0 Padres. Reyes, 4-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Reed, 1-1, base hit right past third. So Jeff Reed will go ahead and get a single. And so a great managing call, bringing on Jeff Reed to go ahead and pinch hit for the Rockies. You just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. That'll bring up Hamilton. He'll be next. Infield set to double play. So read on at first. Strategy rolls are off now. So now pitcher versus batter. Reyes, 2-4. That's at the park. Qualcomm, 3-1. That's a ground out to second base. 1-1-2. Shortstop pivot. Gomez, a 0. A 1-2. It's a double play. No. Reed will be thrown out at second. Hamilton takes first, and that's 1 out. Fielder's choice. Fielder's choice there. And now the batter is Perez. Hamilton is a thief. He's 1 for 3, though, today. Hamilton 6 steals, though. Not really a thief. He's not going anywhere. So Reyes will pitch to Perez. Reyes, 6-2. Home run chance. Switch left. 1-15. 8 is good. Against the righty, Perez needs a 3. Well, Gomez did it with a low rating. Can Perez do the same thing? No. Perez, 3-2, but he does get a base hit right past first. Hamilton's got good speed. He'll make third, and Perez keeps the inning going. So now runners at first and third with 1 out. And now here's Harris. Runners at the corners. Infield's going to stay at double play depth. They go talk to Reyes on the mound real quick. Harris is 0 for 3. But now runners at the corners here at Qualcomm. Fans here at Qualcomm getting a little bit nervous. Nefi Perez, strategy rolls are off. Perez will pitch. Reyes, 4-5. Against the lefty, it's a blank. Harris, 6-5. And that is a ground ball to second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop pivot. Gomez, a 0. A 1-3. It's a double play. No, it's a 6. So Hamilton will come in to score. Perez moves to second. The throw does go to first for the out. 2 down, but the Rockies are on the board. So Hamilton does score. The only play they had was the first. The infield was not in, so I automatically make the play at first. On a ground ball to short, and it's now 3-1. So now a 3-1 ball game here. But if there's one guy that can definitely tie it up, it's Bichette. Bichette is 1 for 3. They're going to stick with Reyes here, but now 2 outs. 3-1 now. Perez on at second. Strategy rolls are back on. And that is a 1. Perez, he does get the steal sign to go to third, but that's not happening. Reyes will go ahead and pitch. Reyes, 3-5, strikeout 9. Cold strike 3 on Bichette. Got him, and the inning is over. Bichette not happy with the call. He is an 8, but +2 makes him a 10. That is a 9, and Reyes gets it out. 1 run on 2 hits. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-1 Padres here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Leading off for the Padres will be Wally Joyner. He is 0 for 3. They got left, right coming up, so the Rockies need a pitcher. And let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Rockies is going to be Chuck McElroy. 3 wins, a loss, no saves, a 5.50 ERA. Expect a lot of Rocky pitchers to have high ERA because when you play at Coors Field, I don't know who the best pitcher was. I don't know who had the lowest ERA at Coors Field for the Rockies. I don't know. I have to find that out. Chuck McElroy, he's a lefty. He'll go up against Joyner here in the bottom of the 8th. Joyner's 0 for 3. 3-1 Friars. McElroy, 5-6, strikeout. That will miss. Joyner, a 6-1 that's grounded to short. Easy play for Perez. And Perez will throw it over for 1 out. That'll bring up Myers. Myers is 0 for 3. McElroy will pitch. And 4-5 range play. Myers, 1-5. That's a grounder to second base. Range play for Lansing. His range is a 3. Nope, that'll be a base hit. Myers gets a single, and a big insurance run is on base. Single for Myers. And now here's Arias. Arias is 0 for 3. Arias will bat. Infield double play. McElroy will go ahead and pitch. Strategy rolls are still back on. And Myers is staying put. McElroy will deal. McElroy, 1-3, strikeout, got him. That's a big K for McElroy, 2 down. McElroy had 44 strikeouts in 99. And now Rivera. Rivera is 1 for 2, doubled and hit by a pitch and scored. Myers, he will stay at first. McElroy will go ahead and pitch. McElroy, 5-2, strikeout 11, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. Nice job by McElroy on a return. So no runs and a hit for the Padres. They have a 3-1 lead here after 8. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Will we have ninth inning magic for opening day here of the 99 season? Coming on to pitch, there's only one pitcher that can come out and pitch for the Padres, and that is going to be that guy. Coming on to pitch for the Padres, Hall of Famer and one of the greatest closers of all time, Trevor Hoffman. 2 wins, 3 losses, 40 saves, a 2.14 ERA. I'm sorry to say, before there was Mariano Rivera, there was Trevor Hoffman. So Hoffman will come on to pitch for the Padres to see if they can get this game in the win column, but he's got to go up against a couple of big-time hitters. Vinny Castilla leads off for Rado. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Top of the 9th, 3-1 Padres. Opening day here, 1999 season of Inside Pitch. Hoffman will go ahead and deal. Hoffman, 5-3 against the righty. It's an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to first, handled there by Joyner. Joyner will take it himself for out number 1. You got one big out. Now you got to get this guy, Todd Helton. Helton is 0 for 3, reached on an error. World's worst gamer joins us here at Qualcomm Stadium. Hoffman will pitch to Helton. Hoffman, 1-2, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck him out, 2 down. Trevor Hoffman, all he does is crush a lot. Now the last chance for the Rockies is Lansing. Mike Lansing, 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Top of the 9th, 3-1 Padres. In a game the Rockies won historically 8-2. Padre pitching outstanding here at Qualcomm Stadium. Hoffman will go ahead, sets up against Lansing. The fans here at Qualcomm would love to see an opening day win for the Friars. Hoffman will pitch. 1-1, strikeout plus 19. And that is a cold strike 3 on Mike Lansing. That's your game. Padres will beat the Rockies today, 3-1. That becomes an 18 plus 2 is a 20. That's a 19. Hoffman gets him, and that is your ball game. Stadium cheers. Yay! Trevor Hoffman gets it done, and the Padres win on opening day here in 1999, a 3-1 victory over the Rockies. So a nice win here for the Friars, and the fans at Qualcomm Stadium, they are launching fireworks today to get a big opening day win on the Rockies. Final line score coming up. For the Padres, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. For the Rockies, 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher is Andy Ashby. He'll get the win tonight. The loss will go to Darryl Kile. Carlos Reyes does wind up getting a hold, but Trevor Hoffman does get the save. So the Padres get a win here at Qualcomm Stadium, and that is our opening day game for 1999. We are not done. It's the return of 10-Minute Ticker. Don't go away. So a big victory there for the Padres, as they'll come away with the victory. It is now time for the 10-Minute Ticker. It is now time for the 10-Minute Ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. Now, for those of you who don't know how the 10-Minute Ticker works, we utilize FastScore Baseball. This is the 1999 season. This game was developed by Brian Davis. Okay, no relation to Chris Davis. And here, very simple. You use a chart for the certain season we're using, which is 1999, and we utilize the roles here. Everything is already figured in for the roles, including home field advantage. And we just go ahead and get a victory. The black dice will be the visiting team. White dice is the home team. Large die is the tens. The small die is the ones. So that's how we roll for FastScore Baseball. Let's get things started here to see how the league begins 1999. Colorado and San Diego. This was the only game played on the 4th. So we go right to April 5th. Tampa Bay at Baltimore. Rays, Devil Rays, 4-26, and that is 3. Orioles, 10-33, and that is 4, a win for the O's. Boston at Kansas City. Red Sox, 11-61, that is 8. Royals, 0-31, and that is 2, a win for the Bo Sox. Yankees at Oakland. Yankees, 11-13, and that is 2. Athletics, 9-64, that is 9, a win for the A's. White Sox at Mariners. White Sox, 17-56, and that is 9. Mariners, 10-21, that is 3, a win for the Chi Sox. Detroit at Texas, the Tigers, who won the 1983 Inside Pitch Replay World Series. Tigers, 6-41, that is 4. Rangers, 13-65, and that is 11. That's a win for the Rangers. Philadelphia at Atlanta. Phillies, 8-31, and that is 4. Atlanta, 6-56, and that is 6, a win for the Braves. Giants and the Reds. Giants, 10-36, that is 5. Reds, 15-32, and that is also 5. And we'll have our first extra innings of the season. Giants roll a 6, plus 0 is 6. Reds roll a 5, minus 2 is 3. That's going to be a win for the Giants. Mets and the Marlins. Let's see if my 99 Mets can do better than the 83 Mets. Mets, 8-46, and that is 5. Marlins, 4-66, that is 9. And I think the 83 Mets might have came over to 99. Diamondbacks at the Dodgers. D-backs, 6-61, that is 6. Dodgers, 0-11 at 0, a win for the D-backs. Expos and the Pirates. Expos, 6-22, that's 2. Pirates, 7-66, that's 10, a win for the Bucks. Milwaukee at the Cardinals. Brewers, of course, are in the National League now. Brewers, 12-52, and that is 7. Cardinals, 11-25, and that is 4. That's a win for the Brewers. On to April 6th, Cleveland at Anaheim. Indians, 18-42, and that's 7. Angels, 10-26, and that is 4. It's a win for the Tribe. Toronto at Minnesota. Blue Jays, 7-24, that is 3. Twins, 644. That is 5. A win for the Twins. Yankees and the Athletics. Yankees, 1526. That is 5. Oakland, 843. And that is also 5. And we go to extras. Yankees roll a 5. -1 is 4. Oakland rolls a 2 plus 0. That will be a win for the Yankees in extras. White Sox at the Mariners. White Sox, 655, and that is 6. Mariners, 1136, and that is 5. That's a win for the White Sox. Detroit at Texas. Detroit, 616, that is 2. Rangers, I'm sorry, my bad. 653, and that is 6. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong one here. 653. Rangers, 1316, that is 3, and that is a win for the Tigers. Philadelphia at Atlanta. Phillies, 756, that is 6. Braves, 1342, that is 6. That goes to extras. Phillies roll a 6, -1 is 5. Atlanta rolls a 2 plus 0, and that is a win for the Phillies in extras. Giants and the Reds. Giants, 1345, and that is 6. Reds, 1224, and that is 4. That's a win for the G-Men. Mets and the Marlins. Mets, 1124, that is 4. Marlins, 456, and that is 6. And my Mets don't get a happy recap tonight. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs, 453, and that is 5. Astros, 1351, and that is 7. That's a win for the Astros. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. D-backs, 1334, that is 5. Dodgers, 644, that is 5. That goes to extras. Diamondbacks roll a 3, -3 is 0. Dodgers roll a 6, -2 is 4, and that is a win for the Dodgers. Expos and the Pirates. Expos, 655, and that is 6. Pirates, 1014, that is 2, a win for the Spos. Rockies and the Padres. Rockies, 921, that is 3. Padres, 933, and that is 4. And the Padres will get the win. That is your 10-minute ticker for opening day. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be April 7th as we are now just getting started in this 99 season. We will be at Kauffman Stadium as the Boston Red Sox take on the Kansas City Royals. Brett Saberhagen will be going for the Red Sox. Jose Rosado will be going for the Royals. That will be our game for tomorrow night. Inside Pitch has returned, so don't miss that one tomorrow night. Both Sox and Royals, be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. They still had turnstiles, not x-ray machines yet. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The San Diego Padres get the win on opening day. They win it tonight over the Rockies, 3-1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The 1999 season is here.